If I'm being honest, yeah, people say, what about our kids? I'm gonna sound so selfish, but I don't give a toss.
Quick topic we could just touch on, like someone saying, would you date someone?
I hate that word.
Okay, let her live. And you know what? Those are the girls or people that make parties lit because they're there to have fun, and you're ruining. Bro, they don't understand the P and Qs. We're trying to give these man lists. We're giving you man gems.
You don't go to his face. In fact, you might be
You
there
didn't
with
say
your
my
friend.
days. That's Montel. Can I get a
Yeah,
picture?
exactly. You might even smile at him and be like, oh, that's Montel. But then now all of a sudden, you're online, you're just chatting, bare crapping it. But now, if he's to off himself now everyone's screaming, oh, we got to do better, man. My only thing with JHus, yeah, thing is that I don't think I've learned anything new from him, though. That's the only one takeaway.
I'll take that. Because that's a quiz.
Rolling, yeah? Lovely, appreciate it, thank you.
Yo. Episode 36.
Yeah. 36.
Episode 36. Love for the love.
Hey, push the mic a bit further back, because your voice, the mic picks up.
Oh, like that.
Yeah. Just so I don't have to do too much editing with the audio.
That better?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, yo, episode 36. Episode 36. What are we saying, Ben?
Yeah, man, it's raining outside, July.
You can see us wearing winter
Yeah,
winter jacket.
we look like we're in winter.
Bro.
July, middle of July, or coming up to end of July. Should be hot.
It looks like you need another trip to Cancun, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like I need another holiday.
Another holiday, bro. This is crazy.
And then the weather's hopefully the weather stays how it is in Europe, because I'm going Europe early September, so
Yeah,
because there's a heat wave in Europe.
warm there right now, no?
Yeah, it's like pushing like mid-30s. It's crazy. It's hot. Yeah, mid-30s. Like
Hot
Portugal, Italy, Spain. It's a heat wave. Greece, heat wave around there. Whereas here, I thought there was gonna be. They said they were reporting that it was gonna be a heat wave in July, but I'm still waiting on it. It's coming up to end of July. Doesn't look like there's gonna be one. Instead, it's just rain.
When has the British media ever given us anything reliable, bro? Let's be serious. But
Obviously, the global warming people are gonna be saying,
have you seen them Just Oil protesters?
what, the ones that are walking slow on the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are. I'll be so real. I think global warming is just a load of bullshit. Personally,
Really?
I think it's a load of bullshit.
Can't be though. Like we can definitely see it though.
I think it's bullshit.
Why?
I don't-
What's your reason?
I don't-
What's your reason of thinking?
I just think that I don't know. It just to me, like I get saving the environment, but I just feel like it takes more. It takes a lot. I feel like I just don't feel like everything that they say like will really change like how the world will be in terms of the long run, in terms of the weather and shit.
Yeah.
I think it's all a hoax.
Mm.
Personally, you see the way Donald Trump said that global warming's like it's just a load of nonsense, and I think they just use it as a way of just everything in this world. Like for example, the pharmaceutical industry. It's a lot of conspiracies, but this is personally what I believe. I think all these industries, they just put these agendas out there as a way of just getting more money out of people. It's just that simple to me.
100%. I feel like there's obviously commercialization and branding of everything, but I do believe global warming is real. But I also agree with you to an extent where there is some truth in the fact that global warming, there's nothing we can really do to stop it because the Earth wasn't made to last forever.
Exactly.
So what will be is what will be. Like there is a time when life on Earth will come to an end. You know, whether scientifically, whether religiously, spiritually, God. But like Earth is going to the same way it was. You built up according to some Big Bang theorists. The same way it's gonna blow up.
And if I'm being honest, yeah, people say, what about our kids? I'm gonna sound so selfish, but I don't give a toss. I'm sorry. Global warmers, and I'll be so I said it to someone. I don't mind having warm winters.
Yeah, bro.
I don't mind having warm winters because this flipping mad cold winter, it's kind of mad.
Yeah. Now the whole what about the children thing? I think it's such a silly argument as well because let's say
It goes back to the legacy thing as well. I'll be so real. It's like similar to that. You remember when that guy said? I remember a brother saying, when people talk about legacy, about your kids, like,
Yeah, he said,
why do you care that far? And I'll be so real. I hear him.
Yeah, he said,
I hear him. People scream like Floyd Mayweather said it himself. Legacy, like you don't scream legacy, but legacy is not the one that's building this generational wealth. Is the brand Money Mayweather that he's constantly doing these exhibitions, and people say he's ruining the sport. But hey, when he passes away, are you not going to look after these kids? No. Legacy's not looking after these kids and putting food on the table. So
and
when
his name holds weight, so that for the kids.
so when people say kids, remember I swear I even said one time, like everyone said, for example, you might say your kids, yeah.
Alright.
Your great grandson could probably be like 25% black. End of it. It could happen.
Yeah,
Like
when I Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. So like I'll be so real.
Oh, that's so deep.
I only go as far as my great grandkids or my great grandkids, because hopefully
God forbid my lineage just gets.
I feel like everyone's lineage is gonna end up discombobulated. No, discombobulated, just biracial, as in not just black and white, because that's not the only two races.
Yeah, I go with you.
Asian, Blasian.
I wouldn't mind the Blasian. Hey, I wouldn't mind the Blasian in our family lineage. Not for me though, but them man there.
I don't really care, bro. If I'm being honest, I don't care. I don't really care if I'm being honest.
Obviously, no, I don't care, but it's just like you said. Imagine like 2-3 generations down the line, there is no hint of your blood.
Because look at for example the world we're living in now. If you look at some of these black brothers, their forefathers are black from Africa. Now all of a sudden they're having mixed race youth.
But I want that like heavy black lineage of
yeah,
course, my diver.
But you can't.
Me personally.
Yeah, you want it, but you can't control it.
Yeah,
you can't control it.
No, I'll come like Scrooge.
Bro, you can't control it.
Scrooge, thief of the night. I'll tell you, hey,
you can't control it. I don't really care. Like as long as like I'll just pass on the knowledge. I'll pass on the knowledge that I can to whoever of my family or that whoever I'm alive to actually see. But other than that, I don't really care, man. I think we put too much stock into these things personally.
Therefore, talking about actually before we go on stars of the week, this year was graduation. This last 2 weeks was like graduation.
Shout out everyone graduating, man.
So we wanna give a round of applause on Kate Birds to those who graduated.
It's crazy. My graduation's Monday.
You gonna go?
I already told you.
Said you're not going. I ain't going. I missed mine as well. Mine was on Wednesday. I didn't go.
I told them as soon as I passed everything I need to pass. I told them post my certificate.
Mail it to me. That's what they're doing to me as well.
I got my certificate in November. Straight like that. But shout out everyone graduating, man.
It's good.
It's
cute. We love it. And it's celebrate it. Don't let anyone 2-1, 2-2 first. Listen, it's this you man.
I finished with a 2-2. I was working before certain people that had 2-1s and first. Finished with first. So that's just a load of.
I promise you, it's malarkey. Don't. But we've already said this before when I graduated. GCSEs, like these books do not define you.
The hard work starts now, though.
The hard work starts now. But what I'm saying is, you've showed yourself internally you can complete something that took 3-4 years. So you showed everyone and us you have the resilience yourself. So go do that. It was lovely seeing the grad photos. Families there. It was also lovely. Is it just me or like? But obviously you finished in November.
Yeah.
There were people taking pictures, like for me in grad year, that I was like, there is no way you went to the same university as me.
But a lot of people, but I hear you. But you gotta understand, some people just lay low.
It's not even lay low. Like I forgot.
Like I'd be so. I remember going out to. I remember the last uni moment that I went to, and this was the third one that I went to in all my 3 years of uni.
Yeah.
I remember going there and seeing a girl, and I was like, "Bro, I didn't know you got my uni."
Bro, I was like,
but that's because I just laid low the whole time, and I was trying to demand them that I talk to, communicate now, even till this day from uni, that they're my boys. And even when I was there in this little uni gathering that they dragged me to, I was like, right, I didn't know all these girls go out uni. They were like, yeah, you just don't bother. And it's like, but at the same time, in my head, it's like, my goal was to get my degree and get out, and that's what I did. So that's just how some people approach it.
Everyone was waiting. They were like, "Oh, where's Stephen? Oh, Stephen's a great picture." But like, I told them from the get go, I am not going to my. No,
but I feel like a lot of people just say that though.
Yeah.
a lot of people just say that and then they end up going.
Oh,
I
fair,
was
fair, fair. I was adamant.
I was
I was
adamant that I was not going just because my experience at the end of it and just left a bit of
That's
taste
the
in my
same
mouth.
as me. The experience and the way uni ended for me from the school side. So for me, it was like, I appreciate you're giving me a degree, but I've earned it. But you've done nothing for me. You as an institution, you've done nothing for me. And we'll go into that at a later day when because we're waiting for the uni now proper. But I will go into it. But for me, my thing was, and obviously it hurt my parents because they wanted to have the pictures, But I told them, like, listen, like you said, when I've got my diploma, the diploma is the only thing that means anything. Yeah, the graduation pictures here, they're nice, but my work's there, do you know what I'm saying? My diploma's there, so...
Yeah, I was just like, my mum, I remember us being in a Turkish restaurant, I think it was for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
This was this time last year, Mother's Day last year. They even tried, we were in a Turkish restaurant, and they tried to say, can you imagine, my son doesn't want to go his graduation. The waitress, because she was proper nice in it. We were talking to her and shit, yeah. She was like, wow, you don't want to go to your graduation, you don't want to take a picture, this, that, and the other. And I was like, nah. Yeah. Like, it's just that simple. But the only thing is, I was 99.999% sure that I wasn't going. Yeah. And then when I was in holiday with my boys, it went down by like 4% to 95%. Just because, I remember, I don't know if this has ever happened, but when you're just out with your boys, Oh no, I wasn't out, so imagine me and so everyone had split up, right? This is in Cancun. And so 3 of us had gone down to the bar downstairs. Yeah. Because 2 of my other boys had they're doing whatever they're doing with whatever they were doing, And then, so us 3 went down to the bar now. We just started loading drinks. And then, we're just chilling and then we're just talking just about life. Because I don't know why. I don't know. If you're listening, you might be able to relate to this, whereby you just drink. Sometimes, obviously, when you're drinking, it gets different reactions. But sometimes, quite a few times, we might just have a deep conversation. Or this happens on holidays. Happened on the past few holidays, quite a few times. Yeah, but before we go out, we just have a deep conversation about life, and we find out more about each other. But I remember my boy saying that, because I must have been like, I don't want to go to my graduation. Sure. And he kind of related it to his little brother, because he's the oldest in his family. I'm the youngest, so he was like, he's trying to get his brother to stay in school or get an apprenticeship. He's trying to help him. He's trying to sort out his apprenticeship for him. So he's like, he gets where I'm coming from. But
that role model,
but he's trying to say to his brother that, listen, like, because of like his mum, how hard his mum's working, and that he wouldn't want his brother to go outside. And I was like, listen, I don't really care about my graduation. He was like, listen, everyone in your family's got a graduation picture. You don't understand how much that means to your mum. Like, you may joke about it and stuff, and this is just me paraphrasing from the conversation, innit? But he was like, oh, you don't understand how your mum kind of finds it. They proper treasure that. That's like their trophy in a way, like that graduation photo. And they'll, and obviously we will joke about it, like especially in the African community, but it's like they take that shit serious.
No, that's proper deep. That's proper deep.
When he explained that to me, I was like, oh, I was 99.9% sure that I'm not gonna go to my graduation, but now I'm 95%.
And do you want to know why that's proper deep? Because like as you just said, the work they put in you, that graduation to them,
it's there.
It's like a thank you, but it's like what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a gratification that everything they've done was worth it.
Like when you have when you have something that's tangible to show for your work.
100%. That's the correct word.
That's basically what it was. Me,
that's what I was feeling as well. Because as it got closer, my friends were like, "Steve, you're being selfish," and I was like, "Wait, how you telling me I am being selfish for no?" But then
I hate when people say that though, because I've got the certificate, and do you know what annoys me? It's actually how I see it.
Me dropping out in my
Do you know how I see graduation pictures as? I see graduation pictures as, when people say you're just doing it for the gram. I think the same thing for graduation pictures, because you've got your certificate. So why do you need a picture to validate it?
But that's where I would disagree and say I don't think it's more validation. It's more like
the ceremony is bullshit to me, because you got your certificate, bro. But when you go on the course,
it's more relief, bro. Like they've done it.
But I feel like the picture is just a show thing.
Yeah, obviously.
To me, it's on the same level as when people say, "Oh, you're just doing it for the gram, you're just flexing." That's the same thing as a graduation picture to me.
No, 100%.
You don't technically need the picture. You've got the certificate.
Obviously, I feel like a lot of people wanted me to go grad, just to ask me what did I get, and I got a good grade. It wasn't what I wanted, but it was a good grade. But it's like for me, like I don't want to do all of that whole. Oh yeah, what did you get? Oh yeah, we're gonna talk after this. Oh no, like bro, I'm done. Again, like we said, there's acquaintances, there's friends, there's just people that are tag-alongs for that uni experience, and it's all love. But you're on to the next chapter already. And for me, I felt like me not going back to core for my graduation was just me moving on to my next chapter. And I get it, mom. So I know what she said. I apologize, mom. But at the end of the day, you're gonna see great things in me, in which we can then take pictures, celebrate. Graduation, unfortunately, wasn't one of them. But it doesn't mean you didn't do a good job. And for me personally, you know, my sufficiency is in God. But I already know because that me and Ben have said we got a diploma. But yeah, just moving on.
Degree.
Not
diploma.
Oh,
Diploma's
like you said diploma.
Yeah,
so
diploma.
My degree is a diploma though.
It's not. You're trying to belittle our thing. I got a bachelor's of science.
Bachelor's of
science honours. Yeah, BSc.
It's a BSc.
Diploma is like half.
Yeah. So I've got that, and I just want to go into there's been a lot of talk about. We'll go into the music later, but there's been a lot of talk about the holiday scenes right now.
In Ayia Napa.
The misbehaviours that been going on.
Been there, done that, man. When I saw that, when I saw Ayia Napa, I went Ayia Napa last year, man.
And the misbehaviours that's been going on.
I saw it with my boys, but I wasn't shocked though. When people were just, but remember, bro.
We spoke about this in the earlier pods.
I told a story about Ayia Napa, but the only thing I tweeted about it, them boat parties. I'm not. We're not into boat parties because it's just like people are filthy, man. And when I say filthy, the floor's dirty, people are sweating, they probably don't shower.
Boat parties for me are meant to be an exclusive thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's the less people, the better vibe, where, to me, that was a rave on a boat.
And the ratio was shit. The ratio was terrible.
How do you know? We were both telling you?
No, I saw. You see
I didn't really like...
From the snap, I saw, you know the snap that I saw from the moment when the DJ said that the energy is not enough? There was like, it was on the meme pages as well. The ratio was horrible. The ratio looked like every 5-6 guys there's one girl. That was the ratio for me.
Oh, so come like...
This is why me and the man just get a yacht. I'm not even trying to flex. This is why we just get a yacht. Because Cyprus, when we met Cyprus, we were like, well, we're not doing it. Because I remember we were on the boat, on the yacht, and we could see the boat party. But obviously everyone says it's fun and all, but my thing is that the ratio was just horrible, bro. Horrific, yeah. And the way people are just... I'm not with them drinking games though. You see the drinking games whereby, for example, they're pouring the juice on the belly button and you're looking at the belly button. Belly button that's dirty. You know belly button dirty. People don't even clean that. People don't clean the belly button.
Same way people don't clean the back of the ears. Man are onto you. No, man are onto you still.
All of a sudden she's licking down your ear. Oh, and shit. No, man.
They don't drink, but for me, in also a sense of like...
What's your opinion on the Antics though?
My opinion don't matter. Like, if you want to go do...
Antics, yeah, it's cool. Do your thing.
No. If you want to go do you remember, like we said, it's your money, it's your life. There's going to be consequences to it. Yeah. But my issue is, at the same time, because people were saying, "Oh, but I don't want to bring up that individual." But that individual,
what individual?
The babe, that one girl that was
on the balcony, or the one eating the wing.
There was many.
That's what I'm saying.
The lights
on the phone to the dad.
Yeah, she was on like 5 different videos, bro. Because she was the one.
Oh yeah, she was the one on top of the guy. On top of the guy.
On top of the guy.
Yeah, but that's Napa though.
That's what I'm saying. But my thing is, if you're gonna go do your have some decorum. Because unfortunately, and it's not hard.
No. So I tell you what, it's gonna sound so crazy. Like you said, it's not actually going. Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, I just want to finish.
Go on. You carry on.
Because my thing is, unfortunately, and it shouldn't be like this. Where I agree with you. We live in a camera click recording CCTV world, innit? So and I'm saying this for people where. But I've always said that do not sacrifice your long-term future for one short-term pleasure. Never made. And even me, this weekend, there was something where like I just came out from nuts, innit? I just came out from nuts. But there was times where no matter if I went, I just went to go because it was my friend's graduation. It was all of my old school people like before London, innit? Like, they're all there. So I went and I was like raw. All of them were getting lit. And to me, I was thinking like, yo, do you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying. Just to top it off, like, always be careful of your surroundings. And the truth is, and people will never want to tell you the truth is, there's people have their holiday selves. And
of course. Of
And that
course.
goes specifically not just to you, but to your friends.
I'm one of them
your
as well.
Your friends will change up for you in front of man, in front of girl, vice versa.
What do you mean
need
change
to
up?
know.
What do you mean?
Bro, they'll start. So when I mean change up is there are certain girls that are your girls that.
No, I'm talking about from a guy perspective.
Okay,
We know about girls. We know about girls.
Yeah, okay, from a guy perspective, yeah. There are certain guys, one, that don't know when to go home. Cool, like party. Secondly, they're the guys that everything revolves around girls. So for them, man, like you said, if you're just trying to go on your own thing and chill, they don't say like, oh no, but this, girl. 3, man that can't handle the yak. Those are the worst ones. 4, what's the final one I was gonna say? It was literally just in my head. 4.
The only thing is, yeah. There you go. Say your 4 and then I'll
4 is the one that just like they're unhinged in terms of like any small thing, they can just switch like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
switch in a bad way.
Switch in a bad way, or just like sometimes you know when there's people around, there's alcohol around. You know what I'm saying?
But do you know what I'll just say to combat just what you?
Yeah.
Like you said, we're on holiday, right? Everyone's enjoying themselves. So, I think firstly, know the people you're going on holiday with. It's just that simple. Because some of the stuff you said, I'd be sober. If I'm being honest, for example, like when for example I'm on holiday with guys, sometimes you're drinking, you're enjoying yourself. You might get a little bit drunk, but
that's fine.
That's fine. Everyone knows how to handle themselves.
Yeah, handle themselves.
And plus, what we do is, for example, I remember there's one night, quite a few nights in Cancun even. We all put our location in the group chat. So everyone knows where we are, because obviously we're not all kids. We're not gonna be like one family, even though we're family.
Yeah, you're all gonna go for venture.
Yeah. So we're always gonna venture off. So then all we do is, for example, if most people are back in the safe house or wherever the base, the touchdown base, and then whoever's not left, you just mesh in the group. So like for example, I remember one night I ventured off. We all ventured off. 3 people got back to the base. 2 of us were out. I saw messages, literally just put a thumbs up in the group chat, just basically sent them a picture of how I was, and then cool, we kept it stepping. So like you just gotta like there's nothing wrong, like I said, like for example, I'm not gonna sit here and be hypocritical. When I'm in London, obviously when I'm in London I'm enjoying myself, I'm getting lit. The same lit me on holiday. It's still more or less the same. You might be slightly different just because the vibes are. I feel like the vibes on holiday sometimes are just a bit more better.
Yeah,
you know,
of
you're
course.
on holiday, you're in the sun, nice country.
It's a change of environment as well.
You haven't got a worry, for example. So it's just different vibes. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, for example, when I'm here, like I feel like just it goes for everyone. It's not like, for example, when you're enjoying yourself on holiday, you're gonna. There's another part of your character or personality will come out.
100%.
It's just that's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. Now for the guys that, for example, all about girls, or the girls are all about guys, whatever, vice versa. Yeah. It happens on holiday. My thing is just make sure you're all on the same wavelength.
That's what I'm saying.
So let's say, for example, like it's about balance. So for me, because I'm not gonna sit here.
We're giving you critical travel trips. Be writing this down.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, for example, me and a man, sometimes when we're not holiday, we're thinking about girls, because it happens. We're guys, but at the same time.
Don't let it be your revolt.
Yeah, it's not revolving around the whole holiday. Like for example, I'll be so real. That only comes into play during the nighttime. During the daytime, we're thinking about food, thinking about what we're doing as an activity. Yeah, nighttime, when the nighttime comes and we're getting ready, for example, like that's when cool. We might start having conversations about girls and stuff. Throughout the day, names about girls might come up, but our whole day is not revolving around girls. And and the way we are, and I'm just speaking from my experiences, that for example, if a guy wants to. For example, on holiday, it's happened quite a few times, whatever. But if a guy, for example, if he wants to link a thing on holiday, we're like, bro, do your thing. Like, we're not gonna stop you from doing that because we're on holiday to enjoy ourselves at the end of the day. So everyone's experience, even though we're in a group, you're gonna have different experience at the same time, even though we're all having the same experience together. So that's for me. Like now, going back to the girl, as you mentioned, like for example, I mentioned it before. You see, when I went Cancun, I barely even snapped.
Barely.
Like this a lot of the stuff you didn't even know that we did.
Barely. No, and I'm
and even a man, you're in both of my privates.
Barely.
I've got a private. Like for example, when I was in Cyprus, cool, I snapped it. But the thing is, I'm not one of them guys whereby I'm not like, for example, I know for a fact I've got snaps in my. That I put in my private story. Let's say, for example, when I went Cyprus last year, that if I put on TikTok, that shit will go viral probably. Yeah. But I'm not gonna do that because One is like.
That's that social media validation.
Yeah. Like it doesn't.
If you're having fun,
I don't need to
have fun
validate
for yourself.
I don't
don't
need
validate to others that you're having fun.
I don't need to validate to the outside world, because obviously I got my inner circle, the circle of people the poor people that I speak to. I don't need to post shit outside of that to show people that when I go on holiday I really get lit. We don't need to do that, because those that know.
Do you know why social media made it so backwards? Now we need other people to tell us or to gratify our having fun. So for us, it's reality. So what I mean by that is, most of the time, man them post or like they're screening, not because they're not having fun, but they want other people to be like, oh yeah, bro, I see what you're doing, yeah, that looks lit. So you be like, yeah, I'm doing the right thing. I'm like, bro, if I'm out, my first thought, even when I'm on holiday, is not to bring out my phone.
Bro,
I'm in the moment.
If anything, I'm terrified of snapping of what, especially in the night time when we're out. I'm terrified of snapping.
I'm telling you.
I'm terrified. I'm not. No, sorry. For example, like with us, I'm speaking for my personal circle. When we snap, we will laugh about it after in the group chat, but we're laughing within us. We're not even posting that shit in our private stories.
No, nothing.
Because for us, it's just like we just look back at it as memories for us to just laugh about. So then, you know, the ones when you're talking about holiday and then someone shows a video and you're like, oh, this is when this and this happened, and it stimulates the memories that you've had together. Yeah. That's how we see it. Literally. Whereas obviously, especially Napa, you see, the demographic was a bit younger than us. About a few years younger.
Our age.
No, apart from some of the man them, the girls, a few other man them were younger than us. And the girls, I know for a fact the girls there were younger as well.
The girls like a year below maybe.
And even younger than that. Bro, when I went Napa, do you know what annoyed me about Napa? Listen, every like, for example, let's say we're talking to girls, majority of them are like 18, 19. These times, Napa last year, we went there 21. For us, it's like, we prefer talking to girls our age.
Or older, yeah.
Like, we don't mind talking to girls that are like a year below us or like younger than us. But we, like, for example, that's why Cancun, we enjoyed it. Because Cancun, we're technically the youngest there.
Yeah, I get it.
We're 22, so...
And that's why for me, one thing my mum and dad has always told me is, never go on holiday. Maybe this is an extreme, but they've always said, and I think sometimes we need to go to extreme. Never go on holiday with someone that you don't trust with your life.
100%.
And, you know, back then I used to think, oh, you want to dragging it. But after seeing some of the stuff, like, it's true. Because for me, in certain situations, like, okay, let's say one girl was getting snapped, or some people were getting snapped doing their thing. My boys would even go to people like, yo, put the phone down. Or like, you know, there's certain things we'll be like, bro, like, come on, like, we're just... But this is what I'm saying, yeah? If parties were... And this is a question I put to you and to, like, the audience, yeah? If parties were no phones allowed or phones get put away, how many people would we see that really know how to enjoy themselves at a party? Or how many parties would be perceived as lit? Deep it. This is like something that like I've been thinking about recently. Because do you know how many times I've been lied to you by just seeing snaps of a 5 minute, like, let's say...
Bro, I don't judge off snaps.
No,
because they can be deceiving.
Deceiving, bro.
Deceiving.
Or like, even like again, go back to that girl, is that after the first couple snaps have happened, I'll tell her or my boy or her or whoever your friend, yo, maybe today bake off a bit. You know, you're a bit in the firing line. Like just relax, get yourself. Like you don't need to be in certain. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. This ain't me trying to patronize or be a father or like, you know, put down someone. But like me and Ben are saying is that it's the stuff where we're not kids anymore. We're adults, and there's such a thing as social media footprint, and it's always the stuff you think don't matter.
I think it's more so. It's not even the snapping part. It's just the. I think you're talking about more so the posting.
The posting.
Because you can snap who you like and just save it for memories.
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of people
I'm even saying that there's sometimes you just don't need to be in certain areas, especially if you've gone viral of something where you didn't need to go viral of. Do you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? Are you talking about if someone's, for example, doing something and then someone snaps it and then they go viral?
Snaps it, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's...
Because some of those snaps weren't on the same day.
What, of the Napa?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, bro, and then I was seeing this other snaps of like, guys, decorum. Why are people knacking in the pool party in the open or on the balcony? Like, bro, like...
No, okay. But no. The balcony thing, bro, I'm sorry, but my thing is whoever's snapping them.
Yeah, that's weird, man.
Because I'll be so real. Personally, I don't know about how other man them are, but I personally think it's weird to be snapping your boy fucking a ting. to me, you're very weird for that. You're very weird. Because if you're doing that just
it's got to be said.
If you're doing that to show as evidence, oh yeah, my boy did this thing, you're very weird.
Very weird.
To be slapping your... Why would I even want to be around
I don't even think you're your boy's boy for doing that.
And then you're posting it on your private story. That makes no sense to me.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I said Snapchat died for the wrong reasons. Privates don't mean anything, especially when you can screen record. Like, and you've seen most of this stuff for off people's privates.
I know.
So that's what I'm saying. You posting on your private mean there is no difference anymore, especially with screen record. So, like Ben is saying, yeah, if you're posting your boy, whatever, doing his
that's weird. Why are you even in the same vicinity as me?
Are you really his boy? Because why would you want him in the firing line or potential firing line? You don't, especially if he's in a relationship. Let's just keep it real.
Bro,
if
exactly.
Or if he's single, like, come on, man.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? And that's why we say,
it's so dumb,
bro. I would never go on holiday to people I don't know. People I don't know
I'm
that
telling you,
will be able
don't know how to
save
move.
my life. Like, there's generally certain people that, like I said, I'm cool with here. But I know them when they're with girls or when there's money or when there's yak involved. I'm not going on holiday.
I've said already that when you go on holiday and you see how certain man act, we've had it in the past whereby the way certain guys are moving, it's like all of a sudden it's like in our heads we're thinking, bro, I'd rather not even bother going on holiday with this sort of person. Because bro, but I'm telling you, and do you know what's mad to me as well in terms of that is that, like, for example, let's say, like, same of personal experience, yeah. When we were in Cancun and someone was doing something with someone in a room, we're clearing the room because we have multiple rooms. So, for example, we let the person have that whole room. We'll all go to the other room and just chill. Why would we want to be around when someone's doing a thing?
Well, that's what we're saying. Those are the people that are excited. They've probably never had that experience. So to them, be like, oh, giddy, like, no, man.
It's just...
It's weird.
It's mind-boggling to me. But the girl, I'll be sorry. Going back to the girl, though. No. Going back to the girl. Because my thing is, yeah... I feel for her. I feel for her.
I was saying to them, I genuinely feel bad.
But you know why? Because I can't lie. If I'm doing a thing with a girl, yeah, like, we're sort of repeating ourselves, but...
Her market's finished. It's like Deli Ali, bro.
I know. I don't care about the market, but my thing is just that... Why have they got a, like, snapper like that, though? Like, for example, cool.
The snapping the dad phone call was not needed, I'll be real. We've like, for example, like I'm not gonna lie, like, for example, when someone's doing a thing with a girl, yeah, like, for example, you see how she was on the boat, yeah, okay, cool, like, I can imagine one of the man them snapping that, but obviously we're not gonna post it. We'll save it and just show that, oh, yo, look, when Thingy was doing his thing, cool. But my thing is just that. Just like, she's on holiday. Let her live.
Just let her live.
Let her live. And you know what? Those are the girls or people that make parties lit because they're there to have fun, and you're ruining this. No, like, bro, they don't understand the P and Qs. We're trying to give these man lists. We're giving you man gems. Listen,
because now you just created another stush girl. You know, she's gonna be stushing now. She's not going again. But when she goes to another party, she's gonna sit quietly.
You man are the reason why they're NPCs in these motives because you don't know how to behave. You don't know how to behave.
And then you lot will be complaining that the girls are moving the stush and they're squeezing their face and they're sitting there like this.
No,
it's because
the same way I said DJs need to do.
It's because these men are obo.
DJs need to do exams. Now there needs to be no phones and motives.
No, this is, bro.
No phone. I think I went to one rave like that and it was tantalizing.
I've had it in my own experience whereby, for example, on holiday, a girl tried to whip out a phone and snap, and I was like, yo, what are you doing? I said, put your phone down. What are you doing? Especially like, for example, in that situation with her, if we're in a villa, for example, in our own little place, whatever, like, relax. Like, I know, like, cool, we're having fun, yeah, but it's like, why do you want to be just, like, let's keep it private and just enjoy life in the moment, man. And you want to be pulling out your phone and then...
It is all these guys that are trying to collect and score points like we've been saying to say, oh, here's my evidence.
I done my thing.
No one cares. No one actually cares, bro. Like,
if anything, do you know one thing I've never got? Like, this is how I've always worked here. Like, for example, little things whereby it's like, I don't want nothing coming out of my name. So, for example, I've been called weird because I remember talking to someone and I was saying that I don't want to... I refrain from doing something with someone that's, for example, that lives in the same area with me. So, for example...
Yeah, I get it.
In East... Like, for example, I wouldn't do something with someone in East London because everyone knows everyone. Even though London as a whole is a small place, everyone knows everyone. So, I'm very, like, selective just because I don't want that stigma around my name that, oh, yeah, this person does this guy does his thing. I don't want that around my name. Some guys are begging for guys to know that, yeah, this guy does his thing. If you think I do my thing, cool. If you think I don't, even cooler. I prefer.
I've got to learn to do that as well in terms
because a lot of guys
in terms of allowing whatever people think of me to just be it. In fact, I'll even tell them, let me know more what you know about me, because I would like to know. Some of the stories that people make up is actually very interesting, you know. Like, man wants to know more. Like, I'd be like, oh, yeah.
I deny shit. I deny stuff.
I'll be like, oh, swear, yeah, cool. Yeah, like, what else?
Just, the amount of stuff that I've played down that is 100% true, or, like, people are assuming things because of little things, and they're right about. But in my head, I'm like, why do I want you to know what? Just so you know that, oh, yeah, I've done my thing. No, what's
Bro,
like, what do you get out of it? If anything, to me, I don't know, but to me, part of me thinks, like, for example, what do you think? Because there's this, I don't know. I think a lot of guys are starting to think now, and I think it's partly true. Like, for example, if you're like, I've heard that guys or girls think that if guys are doing their thing with other girls, it makes them attractive to the girl. For example,
to an extent, that's true, though.
Which I believe.
Yeah, to an extent, that's true.
I believe, but at the same time, part of me is still like, I still don't want. I just know, to me, it's just stress.
Can I answer it? Yeah. Girls want to know that you're a man who is attractive. So what that means is you are wanted, because that means that there is something about you that, you know, they like.
But the thing is,
what the man miss out on, sorry, is
they can tell that.
Yeah, but there's a difference between there's a difference between being attractive and too accessible. A lot of men tone the line of being too accessible. Girls don't want a man that's too accessible, where anyone could go to him, he'll do a thing, anyone. They want a man that, okay, you're not accessible, but you are wanted by people, which is your attraction, you know what I'm saying? Where, that's what I'm saying. Man, they need to know the tone the line of, it is fine to be attractive, but it is not fine to just be open and anyone could just come connect with you, or, you know, do whatever they want to do. That is where you off-put the girls. So, but again, like Ben's saying, it's like, you don't need no validation from others if you know what you are, because all that is screaming there is your insecurity. Man need to understand that when you're doing all of that, it's just your insecurity coming out in a form of this toxic masculinity that we must believe that, yo, the whole world needs to know what I'm on, so that, you know, they know what I'm on, and because they know what I'm on, then what's known don't need to be said. But no, it's not that, because at the end of the day, you know, only people who are nothing people care about stuff like that, especially when it comes to relationships and your relationship with men or relationship with women. Like, that stuff is not attractive. You being too accessible, I don't even care anymore. Like, bro, you know what it is? Everyone do your thing in it, but just have respect and have decorum. That's what I've got to say on that.
Yeah. Poor father, man. Man's emotionally, he's scarred. He's seen like, on holiday, raise his daughter for her to be going
and
around.
Then she threw it in the pool. And you know, I genuinely felt sorry for them, because I know mentally.
No, I genuinely feel sorry for her. No,
because I know in that, you know, bro,
her holiday's fucked.
She probably, you know, when you used to get calls, I don't know if you ever, like, someone called your parents in school, like.
No, not for me.
Not for me. Or for me, yeah. I was a naughty kid, didn't it? So I know the exact feeling she was feeling of, like, what's that mean? It was like,
yeah,
you know that meme?
Yeah.
Like, she knew that.
She's in deep shit.
She, like,
the minute she's
already thinking of going home. Instead of her having fun at this party or at this holiday, she's fearing going home already. You know, there were times when I knew I was getting licked if I go. I took the long way home.
In her head, she's counting down the time for when she meets
her. So that's what I'm saying. To her, throwing the phone away was just like, you know what, yeah, bro.
Bro, that can go two ways. She can either just be like, fuck, I'm just gonna enjoy my holiday. When I get home, I'll deal with it. Or she's just gonna, her mind's gonna be so fucked whereby she's not gonna enjoy the holiday.
We talk about mental health a lot, yeah, and the whole of bullying. We don't know people go through that was cyberbullying on that girl. Because hypothetically, if something came out that, oh, something's happened to this girl because of what's happened in Napa and everyone was sharing her thing, what would you say now?
No, but the thing is, see, that's funny, and you know,
no,
it's true. Hey, but I want to go into something else. I want to quickly talk about that, because, for example, everyone talks about mental health, yeah. But when they do these actions, like, for example, recording that girl, yeah, and then her dad's seen it online now, because they decided to post it. If she offs herself now, everyone's screaming, oh, mental health, we have to do better. Same thing, do you know where I was thinking about this as well?
Deli Ali?
No, I'm not Deli Ali. I was thinking about, you know, with Love, like, you know, with Love Island, yeah?
Yeah.
For example, when you, so I tell you what I do, sometimes I'm just curious, innit? Because the way people talk on Twitter, they'll be bashing people's name. Firstly, Twitter, obviously, Twitter, we know Twitter is Twitter, innit? But do you know what's the worst thing?
What?
Is when, go onto the actual contestants' Instagram page. You remember, these lot don't control the social media. When you go under their most recent posts that they posted before they even came onto the island, people are hailing abuse. Like, for example, the brother Montel, yeah. Okay, cool. I get the way he moves might be a bit wishy-washy. Cool. Each to their own, innit? Each guy has their way of moving, yeah. The way if you go on his Insta, yeah. Go on his Insta. If you see the girls that in his comments, the way they're bashing him, call him all sorts of names, yeah. We talk about mental health. If he's to off himself now because he can't deal with the comments, yeah. People will be like, "Oh, mental health. You lot are so cruel." And I'm not even trying to be like biased, but it's mainly women like, because they're grown women that are in these comments. Go on these comments. No, go for example the one under his gym. These men are bashing him when he's in the gym. Yeah. Just go under it. Imagine his comments increase. He's got over 100 comments, obviously.
The way you do everything, Ty is asking you to do.
Is that, bro?
Like a man is embarrassing. Get a personality.
Bro, look at the way they're bashing him.
I hope this impresses your daddy Tyreek when he gets out and see it. Ty is your master.
Hey, put the mic a bit closer.
Go on.
Yeah, go on.
The way you do everything Ty is asking you to do, you follow like a man is embarrassing.
Look.
They said get a personality. I hope this impresses your daddy Tyreek when he gets out and sees it.
Look.
Ty is your master. Did you ask Tyreek to go to the gym? Do you want to get in trouble at all? Don't D-right Tyreek.
Look how there's even worse one. Those ones are just about Tyreek.
When they're taking coming to impress your master. Dead personality. This one is crazy though. You remind me of Trey Songz. If you know the Trey Songz.
Yeah. But like, just in general, obviously, like when you go on the other ones, other people's contestants and shit, it's similar. And in my head, it's like,
yeah,
of course you're gonna have your opinion.
Close your darn mouth. The flies are entering. Like.
Yeah, like course, in my head, it's like everyone's gonna have their opinions. You're gonna banter, yeah. Mm-hmm. But going on the man's Instagram page that you don't follow, yeah. Twitter. The only reason I say Twitter is because you're tweeting is your own account that you're tweeting from. Obviously, you might mention your name, but you're going under his. You went out of your way to go under his profile and abuse him. Yeah,
knowing full well in fact wouldn't say this to his face.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
That's the number one. Yeah,
99%,
105%. 105%.
You wouldn't go to his face. In fact, you might be there with your friend. That's Montel. Can I get a picture? Yeah, exactly. You might even smile at him and be like, "Oh, that's Montel." But then now all of a sudden, you're online, you're just chatting, bare crapping him. But now, if he's to off himself now everyone's screaming, "Oh, we got to do better mental health." That's why you see when these mental health months are coming up, I'm like, it's great that we're creating this awareness, but people are hypocritical because people will go into these people's comments.
Mental health, we need to actually criminalize cyberbullying like that. That is what people need to know, that there are real actionable consequences for their actions. Because as me and Ben said, you man would not say this to their faces. You man hide it behind social media. And then the worst thing for me is you saying, "Oh, I was just joking." That's my opinion. But then this is something I've had to learn as well, where just because just because me and Ben have a relationship to where certain things can be said, doesn't mean then I can then put that on another relationship to, even if they know me as well. But they're wired differently to Ben. They're not Ben.
Or do you know what annoys me?
Yeah.
For example, just because me and my boys or me and you can banter in a certain way, you that, for example, you that doesn't know us, see us bantering in that way, doesn't mean you have that privilege as well.
And I had to learn that. I'm a big corporate of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a sarcastic person.
Because for example, I might be like, just like in a similar way. For example, I might be with a man them. Yeah, let's say we're in a club and we're joking about, and another brother's trying to joke around with us. Like, it's cool, but it's like we're not even trying to be rude, but. You're not our.
Who are you?
You're not our boy. Like, read the room. Like,
read the room.
Like, for example, like it's just like, I don't know. People just don't know how to act until there's like something happens, real life happens. That's when it hits you. But then at the same time, it's happened time and time again.
Yeah, don't let it happen, Rooney. That's what I'll say.
Look how many there's Love Island contestants that after they left the villa, some of them off themselves.
Yeah, I think one or
Unfortunately, yeah, and because they couldn't deal with the pressure, and I'm sure a lot of that was to do with the comments.
two. Yeah,
Because
comments.
people always got their opinion. Sometimes it's just good to keep. You don't need to share your opinion.
And sometimes, you know when people say, "Oh, just ignore it," but it's hard to ignore, bro. You're on your Insta, you've posted something, and you get notifications and the notifications will show you what people are saying. So it's not sometimes that, oh, you're even going out of your way. You're driving and you see someone say, close your mouth, there are flies coming in.
Do you know what I wish? I hope, yeah, that one day, obviously, I get that the world is very sensitive, yeah. But I hope one day there's someone, celebrity out there, or I'm sure someone's done it before, but I hope, yeah, that something that needs to increasingly happen is that celebrities or people of status or have large followings, anytime they encounter something like this, they screenshot the profiles, because obviously we understand some of them are fake accounts, which is even weirder, but they screenshot the profile, that people that use their real profile, and then they actually find them, and confront them in real life and see how they act.
I think that's happened before still.
But it needs to happen more. It needs to happen more. Sometimes some people even need to be punched up. I'll be so real. I'll be so real. Because the minute you confront a lot of these people, they'll freeze. That energy that I got online.
Did to that man,
yeah.
When you try to call him up,
they will freeze. So my thing is just that I understand bantering online.
So what would you? Sorry, well, so what would you then now say? What's the advice you'd give to that girl? Obviously, she might watch it, she might not. But to anyone, like,
enjoy life. Enjoy life. Enjoy life.
That's the advice, bro. She's going to the jail. Like realistically, like she's gone through everything. She's come back thinking, rah.
Just be like, listen, like I know I can't really, from a guy's point of view, I can't really say anything because I feel like for girls it's a lot worse. Because let's say, for example, something come out. Of course, God forbid. Let's say something come out about me and I was doing something with a girl. For example, if my mum was to find out, she'd be annoyed. But let's say, for example, I said, Mum, I was using for like protection. I was on holiday. She might just she'll like me, like cool, but just be smart, just be proper. Yeah. But let's say, for example, like you know how we are just with daughters naturally.
You're more overprotective.
Yeah, you're trying to So for example, like with her, that's his daughter. To him, that's his little girl, and he's seen her move like that, and it's like it's gonna hurt him. But I can't really advise her. But what I can say is just like you just have to have all the conversation you can have is that you're growing up. Like, cause I assume she's over 18.
You're gonna make mistakes.
You're gonna make mistakes. You're on holiday. You didn't know that people were recording first.
Just be aware of your surroundings more.
Yeah. Just say that I'll be a bit more aware of my surroundings. But the thing is, if I'm a father in that position, it's hard. It's gonna be hard. But these are just things you have to accept.
I think I'd be the same. I'd be like,
but enjoy life, man.
Yeah, enjoy life. Be aware of your surroundings, and learn from these experiences. You know, next time maybe if you're someone where you saw your friend recording, or you saw your friend next to someone recording and they weren't defending you, like, hey, put that down. Just keep that in mind, innit? But the streets are saying, JHus Who Told You is the song of the summer, bro.
The streets haven't said that. I don't know what streets you're talking about. Be honest.
Multiple people have said it, like, genuinely.
I don't hear people saying
even Barack.
No, Barack put on his playlist, but Barack isn't the streets.
That's a big cosign, though. That is a big cosign.
It's a massive cosign. But he's not the streets, though. He's not the streets. Because hold on, wait. Because wait, when the game's mind was popping, Barack Obama didn't know about that. When the game, CB's had the streets on lock for years. True. Barack didn't know about that.
But I would say the street says. No,
it's one of the songs of the summer, 100%.
No, I think Taser. Was it Taser? You know that I think it was Craig Mitch, some other.
Yeah, but Craig Mitch is a JHus stan.
No, I'm saying it was Craig Mitch. It was Taser.
Flash Schiller. Yeah, you're talking about the one on Link Up TV?
Yeah, that clip that they were saying, and they were like arguing. They were like, I think they were like, yeah, they think it's the song of the summer.
I don't think so. I think it's one of the songs of the summer. I still think it's Taliban's, because the wheel ups that gets willed. Burner slap the remix, innit? Like, and the thing is, yeah, with a tune like that's song of the summer, yeah, you gotta be so careful when you go on a remix, because a lot of the time, the remixes don't slap as the first. Yeah. He killed that remix.
But I keep telling people, Burner wants to be Jamaican. He'd rather be Jamaican than Nigerian. He sounded cold.
Yeah,
he sounded Like,
to me,
and you know how good it was. It
think-
didn't feel like a remix. It felt like it was in the original song.
They even call it Taliban's too. That's what like because he made it his own. He made it his own. He proper. I think Burna Boy is just.
He might be the top artist right now.
I was gonna say, in like the world, in terms of artistry, he's up there, man.
I'm a Wizkid guy, but I think right now,
yeah, man, because he's just different with it. He's different with it,
He's so versatile.
And it's hit after hit after hit after hit, constant.
I haven't listened to JHus album yet. So I can't talk about it.
I haven't. I haven't listened to it properly. I've
heard some good snippets. Obviously,
I've
like
got my
people playing it
selection.
around.
But remember when I told you about the It's Crazy tune, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, because he's doing the O2 twice, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm happy about. Finally, he's doing the O2 twice.
Go to one of his...
I'm not a JHus fan like that to go to his concerts, but remember when I said, watch, when he does it, he's gonna perform It's Crazy. Everyone's gonna sing that tune lyric for lyric. Remember I told you when that tune comes up?
Cream is the one though that's popping.
Yeah, with the one with that's the tune.
CB.
With CB. CB's verse is crazy on that. But the thing is, it's very violent though. It's very graphic. Very graphic.
CB,
but it's
bro.
cold though.
It's CB.
It's cold.
This ain't Chris Brown for American Ice.
It's cold, yeah.
We call this one conditional badness.
Conditional badness. Yeah, no, mums. No. I remember I put that. I was listening to it in the morning, on the way to work. When his verse come on, I was like, so I can't be treating patients. I can't condition my brain this early in the morning and then be treating patients with this tune playing. It's not it, man. But no,
do you know what it is? It's good to see JHus just laugh, like smile again. He looks like he's enjoying it.
No, yeah, because I just feel like the whole album, from what I've heard, obviously I've only listened to it like once. That's why I say I haven't listened to it properly. But I've only listened to it once. But it's just, you can tell that he's just doing him. He's doing him.
They're saying he's got 2 number ones now. They're saying he's probably dropped 3 classics. Like,
no, do you know? I'll give him. People that are saying that, I'm not mad at that. The album's that good.
I can't. Again, I've heard it, but
the album off first listen. The album is. I wouldn't say.
It's gonna age like fine wine. His albums always age like fine wine.
It's gonna age well, gracefully. I know for sure. 100%. Obviously, I'm not with the whole calling albums classic after a week of it coming out. That's why it doesn't make sense. Even people comparing it to other albums a week after it come out. It's just
they compared it to Dave's last one.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one, but they're comparing it to Big Conspiracies already.
Nah, that might be just body of work.
I'm like, just let it age, man. Just let it age. Like, for me, it's just my only thing with JHus. I think he's a great artist, but
got a great ear for beats as well.
Yeah, great ear for beats.
That's what
great ear for beats.
My opinion stand out.
But my thing is that I don't think I've learned anything new from him though. That's the only one takeaway.
I'll take that. Because that's the criticism I give to
Because my thing, because when I'm listening to rap, obviously I know his artistry, when you actually think about everything that he said, I feel like he said it before. Obviously, because my thing is, obviously, big conspiracy was deep.
I think that was deep.
But my thing is, is that when you've gone away for 5 years, No, you went. No, is it 3 years?
Or in jail.
So no, since like Big Conspiracy. Big Conspiracy is 2018.
It's 3 years.
Big Conspiracy is like 2018, 2019, innit?
Yeah, so that'd be. I don't know.
It's like he's been away for that long. I need to hear something new.
Dude.
That's the only thing. Hold on, let me check. Big Conspiracy is. Oh no, there's 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. 3 years. Yeah, when you're gone for that long, and at one point he was nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere.
My thing is, I understand, like, you're going through life. You must be going through something. Because life in general...
Jail, like, people keep...
Yeah. But it's like... In my head, it's like... Tell me something new. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, tell me a story. Like...
But again, I was having this argument. Not argument. I'm on a Twitter GC where they were talking about, like, albums, And I've got this question to you. Because I look at it differently. And this is why I think...
But...
people...
Yeah. Sorry, quickly, just to add, I feel like the reason why his album's getting so much credit, which I 100% agree with, is because we mentioned it last episode that the quality of music out there is shit. So when you have someone like JHus, it's so refreshing.
Someone tweeted it, they were like, we need to stop saying UK raps at the top because he said,
I saw that today.
If you take Sench, Dave, and Hus away, which I really truly believe. Who else is giving us something? Obviously, Fredo brings one here and there.
I think Digga D's getting into his bag. I don't feel like he's mentioned enough.
Okay.
Like for example, he's from out of the person that done the sampling. You know when everyone started doing that sampling nonsense for the old school tunes.
Trans did it though. He was alright.
Yeah, but I'm talking about current artists because he came in. He was new with it. I feel like Digga D did it the best.
Yeah. No,
with that tune, Pump 101.
I don't like his genre of music, but I can't deny his talent. His talent.
Even he's not. I wouldn't even categorize him as a dual artist. He's just an artist. He's a rapper, but he's an artist as well. Like even he put out a snippet when he was doing like some bashment type of vibe. Like, and he's even got the 50 sort of tunes. But and to me, he's wavy. He's cold with it. He's cold with it.
I think JHus is just a hit maker.
No, he's not. I don't say he's a 50 Cent because 50 Cent that run that he went on was legendary. JHus
run is legendary.
JHus is going on a run, but he's 50 Cent was dropping consistently.
Oh no, I get
JHus is coming every 3 years.
In terms of just hits and just consistent, like JHus hasn't one album lower than an 8.5. Again, I need to listen to this one, but
I'll say all these albums are at least like if you're being if someone's being very like
honest, unbiased.
I'll say no, but if someone said his worst album, I'll say if anyone said his worst album is lower than a 7, I feel like they hate it.
They hate it, yeah.
Like I wouldn't accept nothing less than a 7 for any of them 3 albums.
No, I 7 is low, man.
Yeah, and even 7,
because,
even 7 sounds low, but
7 sounds low. After 7, yeah, 8, yeah. Anything lower than 8, you might are just liars, man. Because like even like Ben says not a big fan, but his music.
But that's the thing. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm a massive JHus fan, but at the same time, in my head, it's just like even I can't deny that when I listen to certain tunes, I'm like, nah, he's just different. He's just sick.
It's undeniable.
Even the outro, Playing Chess, is one of my favorite songs on there. The outro is crazy. Like obviously the tune Massacres. That before he done the colours, I knew he was doing the colours for it. That was like my favorite tune off of like the first little listen, and then what was the other tune? Obviously Cream, and then there was another one.
There was one of Georgia, one of Burna Boy.
Oh yeah. Masculine. No, I don't think I proper heard that one. No, I didn't really listen to it, but off of like first I just skimmed through it. No, the album's it's a good album, but yeah, like I said, like, but my thing is in terms of UK rap, it's like. Do you know what it is? Everything's become numbers based, isn't it? So, like all these artists that have been let in, they've come in to seem like not with the intention of having some not with the intention of like coming with some artistry or uniqueness. It's about doing whatever it takes to make the most money within the music industry, because. Whether as much as people talk about deals and all this stuff, it's very lucrative when you actually do it correctly. So I feel like a lot of rappers and artists, like for example, you had the TikTok era, man was sampling. I'm so happy. It was never gonna last anyway, but I'm so happy that sort of era has passed, because a lot of guys were blowing up, and it was off of TikTok, like sort of like beats and vibes and whatever, and it's like you could tell they're doing it because it's like this is gonna blow. Whereas they're not doing it, like for example, JHus or Dave, for example, they don't do stuff because they think this is gonna blow, this is what's gonna work. They do it for the artistry. Of course, they might pick the song that they feel like, okay, this one's gonna work more, but there's still a level of artistry and integrity when they're making this music. And I think, do you know what the problem is? I remember quite a few people have said it in the last week that because we're so privy to numbers, everything's based off numbers now. Now our arguments are this person's sold number 1 this time. This first week sold.
I agree to an extent, but I do believe numbers are still important because there's context. I agree with that statement, but because it was never like this before. Because the only person the guy that first started doing this was 50 Cent. 50 Cent when he was going on his run. Against Kanye, yeah, when he was.
No, even before that was near to the end of his like run. That was more or less. He said he was done by that time. Yeah. He just used it to help boost his sales in his book. That's what he said. But even when he dropped many that album, Get Rich or Die Trying, and he was dropping in the club, and he had that run of hits. He was the one that was saying, I've sold this amount. Because remember, he was dealing with street guys. He had street guys after him. And it was like, if you guys aren't selling this, why are you even chatting to me? You're not on my level. That was his flex. And that was never a thing before him. And he made it a thing whereby numbers, selling this amount, doing the amount of, selling this amount of platinum records. Like it was never a thing before.
That's crazy.
So now it's like down the line now, and even rappers talk about it in their raps. Like even Stormzy, when he was saying Wiley Flow, he was like, he opens up, if you ain't done 10K first week, then how you gonna chat about numbers? Like, you man are my youngers. Like that's the flex nowadays. Like if you can't do these numbers, why are you chatting to me?
Yeah, you're not
so
even,
now it's like,
you're not even in my tax bracket to be.
yeah, no. For example, that the money thing, cool. That's part of that. You're flexing.
Braggadocious.
Yeah. It's always part of hip hop, but now it's like we've the numbers and the number ones, first week sales is kind of watered down the quality music. As I mentioned, these new age rappers
they always want to see who goes number one or first week.
These new age,
then the real music is the music that's still able to sell after the first week.
So, prime example, Young Thug and Gunna, yeah. As soon as Young Thug's numbers come out, people are saying, "Oh, see, look, Young Thug sold more than Gunna." Bro, fuck you mean is if we're talking numbers now?
I was gonna say, yeah, Gunna's won that battle, man.
Bro, do you get what I'm saying? Like, because his album just musically just sounds better.
Yeah,
he's music done the talking.
Same with JHus, he's gone for 3 years.
He's music done the talk. He's talking like, obviously it's okay, cool. I'm being a bit hypocritical here, but like you said, numbers are still part of it. He sold the number one album against Taylor Swift.
That's what I keep trying to tell people. You can't bring numbers to a conversation if it's not in a context. Same way you can't leave numbers out of a conversation if it's part of the context. So it's just how you use it. But I want to go into a couple last things. Like, saw this going around on social media, and I thought it was an interesting, quick topic we could just touch on. Like, someone saying, "Would you date someone?"
I hate that word.
Okay, would you marry someone?
It
wasn't even date; it was marry.
I'm not a big fan of that word either.
Would you cohabitate with someone?
What does that mean?
Look it up.
What does cohabitate? What, live with someone?
Yeah.
I like being alone, man.
Would you entertain?
I entertain people.
Okay. Would you entertain someone? Yeah. But they were fine. They were everything you looked for in a person. But their family had totally different ideals to yours and you personally.
Wait, do you know why? This is the same thing that I said before when I spoke about me and my boy had the same conversation about he wouldn't date someone that didn't have a father figure in her life. It's the same sort of shit.
Yeah, but this one is different.
So wait, people are having this conversation online.
Yeah,
and people and the same silly, dumb people online try to kill me. To be fair, yeah, like we were laughing about it. Yeah, me and the man were laughing about it. But personally, because of the family, yeah.
Yeah, no. So like, cause basically, long story short, thing came out about this Indian lady. I think saying that.
Oh, I didn't listen to it, but I saw a family are racist.
I'm like, why would you? Me personally, there was a different take. But my take was, she's an idiot because your family is like, you knew your family. Your family was never changing. Like, so why would you then go?
Oh, are you saying that? Oh, that the girl, like for example, let's say for example now, we're talking about now in London or in the society that we are in. I would not go date. Let's say for example,
hold on.
Like if there's a European girl that's dating a black brother, but she knows her family wouldn't want it.
It doesn't have to be black or white, bro. If I'm dating a Ghanaian girl and she tells me her family hates Nigerians, I'm locking it off.
Yeah,
like what the heck is that?
But there's people out there that are, because obviously love is a strong emotion, so they believe
the Bible says love is patient, love is kind.
They believe
love should not bring stress upon you. That is not love.
But they believe that if they like this person so much that, firstly they'll probably expect the person to cut off their family or talk to their family, which to me is like each to their own anyway.
No, but for me, let's talk, bro, because what you're walking in, you're emotionally manipulating yourself at that point. That's not love, and I think that's what people try to. Something can't be love if there is that much big of a barrier. Like, it's different from saying you're fighting for something. Yeah. This one, you're not fighting against anything. You're fighting against a brick wall where they're telling you what they are. It's different if it's from a place of like naivety or ignorance, that they don't know you. They just need to know you, but they know you and they're actively saying, I don't like your type. I ain't never going to go there. Mess with your type. I think your type is this. Why would I go into that? And then have kids. And have kids that are part of that, then have to go against that themselves.
But listen, we're in a society where everyone's naive. Everyone lives in their own little world whereby they think everything will go in their favour. The world don't work like that. At the end of the day,
And that to me
unfortunately,
is the selfish part we were talking about earlier, where because bro, your kids, it's not fair on your kids to go through something like that. They deserve to come up in a loving environment where
for example,
they don't even need to be thinking of all these mannerisms or colorisms or one part of the family looks at me weird. They don't even like me because I'm filled with this.
Because but I feel like he's just like we hear it all the time. Whereby if you're marrying someone, you're not just marrying them, you're marrying their family.
Yeah,
it's that simple. Whether people like it or not, it's like it's two families coming to one. We hear it a lot. But at the same time, there's gonna be people out there that believe that, listen, you're getting with this person, and you guys obviously you're just getting to know each other. Of course, the family is a part of it because the family is part of you. Cool, you're getting to know each other, but a lot of the time, for example, a lot of people like I said, for instance, you have a girl that's dated a black guy that she knows her family don't fuck with black people, but she in her head is like, I like this guy so much, I don't care what my dad thinks. That's what they think. That's just the reality of stuff. I've seen it live.
We know.
But that's how they're just naturally gonna think about it, because they think in their head that their love for their person, that for example they're just gonna have to deal with it. Because at the end of the day, you gotta understand, a lot of people, like, we're not kids. We're all gonna grow up. So in their head, their parents have to deal with it. Because think about it like this, and this is how they'll probably think about it, and I kind of hear it from this aspect, is whereby, cool, like I said, you're marrying or you're getting with them, whoever you get with, you're marrying their family, whatever, cool, brilliant. But at the same time, you're going to be with that person 24/7. So in their head, it's like, why can't I marry someone that I really want to be with? And why are you annoyed because of some racial, I don't know, stereotype that you have against this sort of person?
My thing is this, yeah, cool. I think that is an issue where people don't know the meaning of love, one. And I think it's also an issue where we need to be careful, where lust can blind you to...
How do you know it's lust, though?
Because
who are you to say that it's lust? Because this person... Because you got to remember, people don't get to this point until they've... So a lot of them don't get into this point until they're maybe a year or two down the line.
But time is one indicator of love, though. And again, that's why I think people mess up. Because for me... I get what you mean, but let's say... If your family, right, hates black people, you yourself, whether you like it or not, you'll have some racist tendencies where it might not come up onto the situation. And again,
of course.
Just been indoctrinated.
Of course. There's certain things that you just won't get.
For me, that's what I'm saying.
To me, by the way, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. You have to unlearn. Again, there's days I'm still unlearning. Prejudice against certain people that my parents have told me, whether it was just them being rude or it was just lack of knowledge. I'm still unlearning some of those stuff. But for me now, I'm saying where if love is something pure, as in love will never ever like put you in a place where you feel like you have to not sacrifice, but you have to literally change or or put yourself in a position to where they like you because you're a version of this, not a version of yourself. That can't be love to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because love is accepting the person as they are, how you've met them. Because love isn't
so they're responsible to be with that, accepting the person how you met them, right? So why can't they accept that what if the guy is like, cool, your family is like this, why can't the girl, or however it is, why can't the person still accept that person despite their family?
Because that will be a difference of where when you accept that person, you're also accepting their ideals. Because like you said, the two families come into one.
Yeah.
So
but you got to remember, the person that's accepting it, forget about their family, would obviously most likely have no problem with their ideals.
But as we said, it's indoctrinated in them.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got to remember, what if they're willing to unlearn stuff? No, because remember, they could like this person or love this person, whatever, so much that you remember, for example, when people get into relationships, people are happy you have to compromise, right? This is what everyone says anyway. I don't know in it because I don't care. I don't. Who am I to talk about relationships? Even though I'm talking about relationships.
No, but I'm saying.
But people always speak about when you get into relationships, you have to compromise. So someone might be just happy to compromise at the fact that, okay, cool.
There are
There's
things
certain
you can't
stuff.
compromise on.
But you gotta understand. There's people out there that are happy that, for example, okay, cool. I want to learn your culture. For example, you're marrying someone, you're marrying someone from another culture. You're gonna instantly, you're gonna want to learn, for example, the stuff that they do, so that, for example, you just have a better understanding, because this is the person that you love, so you want to get to know them more. Their culture's part of them, so you want to get to know their culture. So then that's how they'll think of it. Cool, it's cool. They're gonna have some tendencies or whatever. We all have stereotypes, even though we laugh and joke about certain stuff or certain types of people, we all have that. Whatever, cool. But when you get with someone that may have been from a certain stereotype, and you genuinely like them, you're gonna be willing to hear them out in terms of their culture and stuff.
I can hear you out.
You're saying that from your that world. Someone else or many other people in their head will think that I like this. Like, for example, as I keep mentioning,
Love it enough though. I hope you know that. Like, that's from
To
my
them-
parents always told me.
to them it is.
I know, but I know you could like love. I don't know where you come from. Me, saying for me, what I've learned in life, what my family and my mom and dad have told me, love is not enough.
And I understand that, but you
know
gotta
what I'm
understand.
saying?
There's a lot of
Like,
people.
and I feel like a lot of people need to understand that marriage, togetherness, cohabitation, the words birds doesn't like. Love is not enough.
Of course, I
Like,
100%
it is.
agree
And
with
if
you.
you're going into something just for love alone, then boy, you're gonna have a reality check.
You're gonna struggle.
You're gonna struggle. That's why I like, and I think that's just the base of the end of this conversation. Is that love is not enough, because at the end of the day, love can only do so much. You know, when you're married, it's a business contract. I want people to understand this more. Marriage is a business contract.
But a lot of people hate the fact that why has everything in this world got to be transactional? But unfortunately, that's just reality.
Because
of things.
when you enter marriage, it's a transactional contract, because now you're sacrificing your time, you're sacrificing your peace, you're sacrificing, like Ben said, you're compromising your ideals. So if you think that love could cover all of that, then boy, have I got something to tell you, man. And last but not least, Hendo's going Saudi. 700K.
I love.
But
The LG,
do you think it's a bit hypocritical?
alphabet-
if
that-
we're being,
the alphabet crew are after Hendo though, because
do you know, I actually stand with them on this one.
you're not, because I said it already. He has to pick a side.
Yeah. No. That's what, he already picked a side. But you see how he picked a side when it was comfortable.
Money talks.
Exactly.
I'm happy. I said Hendo, take that 700.
But my criticism, honestly, of Hendo is you didn't have to pick a side. Because remember when everyone, I think Kane was England captain then. Kane said nothing. He came out and said, no, we got to wear the badges. So
You gotta wear the band.
Henderson said no, we wanted to wear the rainbow captain armband thing. So for me, if Hendo's taking a stand for that,
personally, if they said I have to wear it, I'm putting it upside down. I'll wear it
I
upside
wouldn't even
down.
wear it. My religion. Nah, I
Is
wouldn't
it-
wear it.
But me personally, it's
But their point is true though, because they said the same way. Yeah, cool. Your money, go get your money. No one told Hendo. They didn't ask.
By the way,
Hendo
I
to
don't-
stick up for them. So Hendo's sticking up for them.
no. You don't understand though. My thing is, it's not just
integrity, bro.
it's more than just the player though.
It's integrity.
Because you gotta understand that the pressures that he will be getting as England captain, one of the leaders in England, same way with Harry Kane, is that
He just has to
someone will be in his ear telling him. I don't think he's thinking that these footballers are
Be your
unfortunately
old man, bro. Be
yeah,
your
but
old man, bro.
well you do
Because
that
if
you
he
do
didn't
that
say anything,
and you get ridiculed.
But Kane didn't say anything.
No, if you do that and you get ridiculed.
Or blow over. Come on, we know how quick football is.
You do that, you get ridiculed. It
You
will
don't
blow
need to say
over, but it's
anything,
not, you got to remember, these guys are brands. They walk in brands. Personally, you're right. I wouldn't have it.
I wouldn't have said anything.
I'll be like, I would have kept my mouth quiet and just kept to
Yeah.
stepping. And if they asked, I'll just be like,
I'm focusing on my football.
Yeah, I'm focusing on football, politics. Someone who said it. One of the, I remember playing it. I don't know if it was a
So why
goalkeeper.
you always look to us for politics? We're
Yeah, like we're just
paid as anyone else.
footballer. We're paid
Yeah.
to be footballers. Like I think, and it's the same thing with whereby when people look at celebrities, for example, you're looking at celebrities. Like I remember there was something about Drake saying doesn't talk about political issues. If you listen to his
Yeah,
music,
listen.
he has mentioned stuff.
Bro, what people don't
But my
understand
thing
is
is,
Drake is a Jewish half black. Like he is.
No, but that's their point.
Yeah.
You cover so many races.
Yeah. No, but Drake has come from a place of one convenience, and also Drake has been so we don't need to hear Drake talk about that, because a lot of these struggles
I don't want to hear about.
he ain't even been through.
Or to him, he probably has, but he doesn't have to talk about
Yeah.
struggles.
This is the
even though he
grass he
does,
was talking about, bro.
He really knows, but when people say that, I'm like, he has, because
He has.
if you listen to 6 p.m. in New York, he spoke about, for example, I'm paraphrasing, but he wants to be protected from the guys that protect the block, because all they think about is being on the block all day. Then when they get arrested, people praise them and call them a real one, or when they die, they call them a real one. But he wants to be bigger than that.
100%.
So that's a social issue, because in the
he
black
said it on
community,
Survival as well, when there's like
yeah, he mentioned about
something about
Tekashi.
black excellence as well.
No. That was diplomatic immunity, where you mentioned about when it's him,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
when
black
it comes to
excellence.
Mido, yeah.
Yeah.
He said it on Survival as well. Yeah, this catchy thing.
Yeah.
He said it on Champagne. But what, he said it bears actually. I can't lie.
He talks about clout, and that is an issue in our community. Obviously, everyone wants it. Do you know what people are like? They want a Little Baby Bigger Picture song from every single artist that they like.
No, they just want to point out something in someone and be the first person to say, "I told you so." Bro, everyone's too fast, too quick to point out someone and be like, "Oh."
They'll be in the comments again. They'll be in the comments again
they wanna
saying,
be like, "Oh, I told you about this guy. I always knew." Shut up! No, you didn't, man.
like they'll be in the comments of these celebrities saying, "Why ain't you spoken up about this and this and this, brother?" Like, cool. They speak. It creates awareness, but and it goes back to reposting stuff. It's like, cool. Like, what else? Like, you lot are just like, why don't you do something? How about that? Why don't you do something?
Be the action you want to see, bro.
But yeah, back to Hendo with the Saudi. I'm happy that they're doing all this. The only people that feel threatened are all these labourers, Sky Sports labourers, and all these certain labourers.
Would you go Saudi? They say
100%,
So,
100%.
Hold on. Would you go Saudi?
Listen.
They pay you 700k a week, but they say you can't practice your faith of Christianity.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting my face at risk. But I think I even said to the man, I was even thinking in my head, if Saudi offered me, because a lot of the time, yeah, they offer you accommodation and like travel or whatever. If they offered me a role as a physio to go and be a physio for one of these teams, accommodations pattern, I would look at that offer heavily.
You should. I would tell you why would you?
I would look at that offer heavily, because in my head I'm thinking
tax free as well.
That's what I'm saying. And accommodation is paid for. All you gotta do is just sort yourself out with food, and they'll probably give you a car as well. You can negotiate that as well. I'm thinking, do you know what? I might go there for a couple of years, get that experience, collect the bag, and then come back. Because do you know what annoys me? People be like, footballers make all this money. Why do they need more money? Excuse me? Who are you? Who are you to be saying this person made enough money?
The ecosystem of football. The more money they earn, the more job opportunities will have to come around, because there's more money being spread everywhere. Like it's all a food chain. But I do get why that community is angered, because I feel like for them they were like, we'd rather if you said nothing.
Of course.
You say this.
Which I get.
And then
but
come and then
like I said, you got to look at the bigger picture, because he's just a puppet at the end of the day.
But again, that's why they say don't look at footballers as your heroes. They're humans as well.
Yeah, but that's whoever. If he let you down, then that's on you, innit? But for me personally, with all this Saudi stuff, bro, like I said, like I wanted
700 bags a week. No one's saying no though. Like realistically.
Look at Nevers, bro. Nevers went there.
He's gonna cut in 2 years though. He's smart.
The only thing I will say that I might look at it
if
a
Mbappe
bit
goes.
Not Mbappe, but if I look at it whereby like a young footballer that's on the come up, or that's like early 20s, and you're going, no, but Mbappe's thing, they said apparently that
it's for a year.
It's for a year, then he'll go Real Madrid. And Mbappe, I reckon he won't sign there for long, because he will go Real Madrid. He wants to go He will end up in Real Madrid anyway. But let's say, for example, Bellingham went to Saudi. I'll be like, do you know what? Because I know the bread that they'll give him will be huge, but I'll just be like, you're young, man. These men that are going there they're a bit. They're in the later stages of the career.
They're pushing the buggies, fam.
Like Benzema's won everything.
You don't need to prove nothing.
He's won all these Champions Leagues, won World Cups, Euros. I think actually no, he wasn't in that Euro squad, but yeah, he's done what he's needed to do. He's there to collect his bag. Ronaldo's done his thing. He's collected his bag. Hendo, whether you like him or not, he's done his thing.
Liverpool's greatest captain.
Won the Premier League, won Champions League. He's won everything. More or less he's needed to win. So
he won everything.
Yeah. Like, do you get what I'm saying? My only thing is, we talk about hypocrites. Like I said, we're all hypocrites. Jamie Carragher, bro, Steven Gerrard, Jordan Henderson.
Steven Gerrard, yeah.
Gary Neville's another one. I love Gary Neville. I know a lot of people don't like him. I personally like Gary Neville.
Him, but I just you need to call him
out. But someone like him that you've been complaining, stop the Saudis transfers.
And I like Rio for calling them out.
Yeah,
still.
yeah. Say something now, then.
Yeah,
Tell Stevie G's you man's boy.
Did
Chat
you
to
see
your
that
boy.
video of him trying to...
When he's holding the ball, he's pausing. Orange ball. Not communicating. Whoa, they can't understand you.
To be a translator.
Yeah, he did.
Henderson don't know Arabic, fam. What's he gonna do?
I'm telling
He
you.
should have got Mane or something. Someone that actually knows the culture.
I'm telling you. Even I won't be surprised if Mane goes there either.
It's gone. Let's do the Cage Bears playlist. Playlist.
Oh, there was a song I was gonna add. No, I thought, I have to add this song to the playlist. Spurs rap hip hop. Have I added longevity flow? Haven't. I've been playing that tune like heavy. Stormzy longevity flow.
For real?
What did you say for real? Why? Because it's Stormzy.
I'm not Stormzy.
See?
I'll be real.
Guys like you is who Stormzy was talking about in that tune. He was talking about you.
Let me listen. I have a listen to it. Bro, there's so much music I have a listen. I listen
Stormzy was saying for guys like Steven that guys that talk about his demise. Big tune.
He dropped that one with Ray, didn't he?
I haven't listened to that. Longevity flow is making niggas pay for my demise.
I ain't praying for his
Big
demise.
tune.
I'm happy.
They're hating on him. This is longevity flow is making niggas pay for my demise. But yeah, people are paying on these. Bro, you lot are paying on. I'd rather be overrated than overpaid than whatever you are. Look, I came from the sewer. Yeah, man.
Stormzy, we'll have that conversation soon. Come on the pod, man.
Guys like Steven are always hating on Stormzy.
I ain't hating on
Same way he hates on Central C.
Hey, that
all these guys.
That radar rap thing.
We'll talk about it next episode or tomorrow when we fall tomorrow with your guest.
Yeah, you'll be surprised what I say though.
And then
my Cage Bears feels will be.
I'm gonna add Taliban's 2 to that.
Is that what you're adding? Yeah? Is that what you're adding?
Yeah.
Or on the feels?
Yeah.
Mine will be that Summer Walker J. Cole song. What's it called? 2 Summer. That was a banger.
2 Summer.
It literally called 2 Summer.
From Cole.
Yeah.
And then what you add into the rap? Stephen definitely listens to Larry June.
You know. How do you know?
Nah, you look like the type of guy that listens to Larry June.
Larry June is hard though.
He's hard. I'm
gonna put it on like, bro, Malaysia, Larry June. Putting that in. How dare you? He's featuring Larry June though. I don't know what that meant to me.
He raps bare slow though.
Yeah, but I like stuff like that. Like, I wanna.
Yeah, he talks when he raps.
He talks, yeah.
Okay, do you know why you're a hypocrite? Because when Dave does it, you're saying that you got a problem.
Larry June has charisma though.
Dave has a lot more charisma than you make out for.
Not more than Larry June.
When Dave says, "I love chilling with vote bitches," because when he says bars like that, isn't that charisma?
That he loves chilling with broke people because he's rich.
Like when he books one flight. Man, you don't need to stop hating on Dave. But anyway,
next.
That's.
United Arsenal today. The real derby's back.
It's just a friendly, man.
I'm not. My manager said we don't do friendly.
It's just a friendly, man.
Come to it. But you know what's crazy, guys? If Arsenal win, or the Arsenal fans
I won't say anything. I don't care. It's just a friendly.
We'll see. It's a big game, though.
It's not a big game. It's just a friendly.
Your guy Declan
Rice.
You know Arsenal got no excuse this season.
Why? Why's that? Who do you think's winning the league? Who do you think's winning the league?
If you came, no, I'm telling you, got no excuse this season.
Why don't we have?
I don't know who's going to win the league yet. Transfer window's not over.
It depends. Hopefully, by God's grace, touch wood, no one gets injured.
Do you think you have a better chance than? Is your team better than last season?
Our team's better than last season, but everyone's stronger. We got to understand that. Everyone's performances.
I'm asking about I didn't say
our team. Yes, our team's better, but you got to understand the competition is stronger. Is the competition not stronger?
In terms of what?
Hasn't Liverpool added midfielders? Because everyone said that Liverpool is just a few midfielders away from being back.
But they're losing midfielders as well.
But Jordan Henderson's...
and Fabinho.
Bro, these man paid shit last season.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like that seniority, that experience helps. But you can't bring man like
they've got
they've
got Van Dijk, Salah, they've got enough. Alisson, they've got
Van
enough.
Dijk is finished as well.
No, but he's experienced, whatever, cool. But they still got Robertson, they still got experienced players in their team. They still got
Klopp saying that Trent, stop looking like a thug, so he's gonna go back to playing good now.
Bro, it's also sensitive ass people, man. Like I'm sorry, sometimes it gets draining when people are just constantly mentioning race. Sometimes, bro. Yeah. Honestly,
no, but Klopp did say something crazy about Mane though.
He said something about he was looking like a rapper, innit?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Bro,
that's crazy.
I didn't take that to heart, man.
I won't take it to heart, but what do you mean he looks like a rapper? What does he mean?
Well, when you look at him, did he not look like a rapper?
Sadio Mane, there is no rapper that is that.
Yeah, but he was still talking about with the dyed hair.
What rapper, though? Okay, you tell me what rapper looks like.
Are you gonna sit there and tell me that I won't play?
No, he didn't.
Rappers won't dye in their hair.
Not like, no, if his hair.
Yeah, but he dyed his hair. It's the dyed hair.
What rapper
Lil
does
Uzi
Sadio
Vert,
Mane
Lil
look like?
Yachty, bare niggas will dye in their hair. At one point, you probably consider dyeing the tip of your jaw.
Wait. You answer my question. What rapper does Sadio Mane look like?
My point is, it's not about. No one has that head shape in this world. We're not talking. The head shape is exclusive. We're talking about the. I'm just talking about. It's true. Who has that head shape?
That's what I'm saying. So I get you like a rapper.
It's just the dyeing of the hair. Maybe the way he dresses. Maybe he's Gucci. He's wearing, because I've seen the way he dresses. He dresses like the African uncles that are wearing designer. Obviously, his one's real. But you know the African uncles that are trying to wear
head to toe Hugo Boss.
Yeah, or Gucci. And it's fake. They said it's made in Italy. He's made in Madrid. Like them uncles there.
It's made in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So
yeah, episode 36.
Yeah, but that's episode 36.
We'll have a special guest one. Will it be before this? It will be before this.
After this. The special guest one is after this.
We'll drop after this, innit? So you'll see it.
But yeah, that's episode 36.